become more learned.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, how long have you actually been going on and off Facebook?
I think probably 3 or 4 years. A long
Okay,
time. Yeah.
okay, okay.
I knew that there was more to it than well, one time I posted quite an article, but my daughter said you put it in the wrong place. You put it in a story instead of just on my
Right,
page.
right. Okay, okay. Um, Oops. Okay. Okay, is that
I'm
yours?
like, I'm now
Yes.
we are on live stream.
Okay, that's fine. And I've made you co-host, James.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Mary, we're waiting for one or two other people that have booked. We'll just see if they come in before we start because we are nice and early at the moment. We're still a few minutes before the hour.
Just got a couple minutes.
Yeah, yeah. So what part of the world do you live in?
Kalamazoo, Michigan, Portage, right next to it. And
Okay.
you're from Australia?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Well, I thought I signed up for the 1 o'clock class last week, and I was all prepared later in the day to take a nap, and then suddenly I realized I had been that morning at 1 o'clock. So, because I thought, well, I saw that was 1 o'clock. I thought, shoot, because I did it at 11 o'clock the one night, and at 10 to 12, I said enough's enough. And but I thought, well, I'll just do it at 1. I hadn't seen it advertised or offered any other time, and so I thought, well, I'll just plan to take a little nap, and then I'll get up, and all of a sudden I looked, and you'd already done it.
All right.
So no, I wanted to possibly for an organization to set up a page. That was kind of one of the real reasons that I belong to the DAR and I do their website, but I don't for our local chapter. But we don't have Facebook.
Right.
And
Okay.
that really was the big thing.
Okay. Okay. So is it what about 8 p.m. now where you are?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So what time you're out? You're half in the night now. What time are you?
We 8 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's not bad.
We are now on the 30th. You're still on the 29th, I think.
And it was at 1 o'clock. Well, the 11 o'clock. I didn't catch that until I realized that it was an 8 a.m. And it, so in the 1 o'clock, I signed up. I thought, shoot, now it's in the morning, but
yeah,
you can adjust. You can adjust, or
yeah.
I can.
Yeah, yeah. You can. I agree with you. What you get used to. Okay, it's nearly the hour, so we'll see. We've got Gladys coming. Okay, she's busy connecting, and she's just connecting her audio at the moment. I'm going to have a sip of water. There we are. Gladys, hello and welcome. Can you hear me, Gladys? Here we are. Okay, and we've got Sue again. Nice to see you again, Sue.
Yeah, you had all the classes I was interested in taking.
That's great. I like your virtual reality background.
Oh, thank you.
Very different.
Well, you remembered her.
It's Chihuly. You know the artist Chihuly?
Okay. Sorry, Mary, you're speaking to Sue. Mary?
No, I was just going to ask Sue that. I was just talking about the Chihuly art with my granddaughter, who is an artist and photographer. And I wanted her to sit in on a class. She's too young to sign up, but I thought we could take the class and she could sit next to me. But,
those look interesting. Unfortunately, the one I have to look at a different alternate date, but I think there's 2 of them on Chihuly coming up, right?
Yeah, I saw that. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've seen it work in Chicago. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I saw Toronto and where else? Somewhere else I'm trying to remember. And then this was in the New York Botanical Gardens. It's just
Yeah,
beautiful.
one of the classes I said to bring the supplies and do it, and you can paint right on. Yeah.
I saw that.
Okay, nice. Anyway, hello, Claudia. Hey, nice to see you.
Yeah, hi, Michael.
Good to have you in class.
Yes.
So welcome. Okay. And Gladys, can you hear me? Welcome. Gladys, can you hear me? No, look like at the moment. Okay. And welcome to Chris as well. Chris, can you hear me? Hello, Chris. Okay. All right. You're still sorting out your. I can see Chris, you've unmuted, but I can't hear anything. So maybe you're not close enough to your microphone, perhaps, or it's I'm not sure. Okay, but that's why James is here. Let me introduce you to James. James is our TA support from Get Set Up. And if you're having any troubles with your microphone or video, James will certainly help you with that process. So just you can text him on, you'll see him down on the chat page. You can go to the chat page. So it's great having you aboard, James. Welcome, and thanks for being here. Okay. Petra, welcome. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hello.
Hello, welcome into class. Okay, yeah, nice to have you. And yeah, Chris, are you there yet or not yet? Okay. All right, and Gladys, are you there yet or not yet? Okay, all right. So what I'm going to do, I'll just start. I've already asked Mary about her connections with Facebook. And so what about Sue? Sue, do you, how long have you been using Facebook? What do you hope to get out of this class?
I have never used it. I don't have an account. I didn't see any use for it, but I would like to start using it at least just to the marketplace to like sell some items. So I know nothing about how to set it up or like privacy or anything like that.
Okay, okay. Yes, Mary?
I was just going to say, I remember when I started 2009 because that's part of my password.
Fair enough. One way to
this woman said, we have to do this. And I said, no, I don't want any part of it. But I thought I better sign up. And that was part of my password. So yeah. So it's been a while.
Yeah. Okay. Sue, just coming back, you with if you want to market, what we spoke about last time you were in my class, you would need to also do a Facebook business class, okay?
Okay.
And so look out for that. But in order to get an introduction, this is really a good class to start, and then go to the business one. Okay?
Yeah, that's why I took this, because I don't know anything about.
Yeah. No, it's a good starting point. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So Petra, why are you here?
Well, I don't know a lot about it. I do have an account, but I'm not in touch with anyone. I just go in and sort of look around. And one day I was doing something, and the woman said to private message her. I have no idea how to send a message to anyone, how to private message anyone, how to ask a question, nothing like that.
Right.
Account, I'm really a novice around the whole.
That's fine. Then you've come to the right class for sure. Okay. Just feel free to ask questions as we go along. So Barbara, what brings you here?
Same thing. I want to learn more about it, the privacy of it and everything. The majority of my friends and family is on Facebook, but I don't know much about it, and I want to feel comfortable when I use it.
Right. Thanks for sharing that, Barbara. And Claudia, what about you?
Well, to improve my skill set, because I taught myself, so now I want to be taught by a professional.
You compliment me. Okay, no, fair enough. That's fine. I think we all taught ourselves in the beginning, didn't we? We went on and you start. I still, with a lot of the apps, the new apps that are coming out, I just search and find my way, and then you land up knowing I knew what you searched, and that was it. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for sharing. Hello, Jody. Welcome to the class.
Thank you.
What brings you to an introduction to Facebook?
Total ignorance. I need a great deal of help. I've had friends, children in the past who set me up on Facebook. I've never used it. I've got accounts floating out there. I don't know my name, my password. I'm a novice. Okay. I've fought it all these years, and I'm finally capitulating.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can all look at what James is putting in the chat page as well, and other people. So you feel free. I tend not to read the chat page while I'm talking, because I'm a man and I can only do one thing at a time. And so, but James is there. He can certainly put things forward to me. And so I see Annie is here. Welcome, Annie. Can you hear me?
Yes, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. And Annie, what brings you to this class?
I have an account, but I just go on there. I have never posted anything, and I just go on there to look at the pictures or whatever is on there, because I don't know anything about privacy, and that's why I'm afraid to put anything on there. I just look at everything.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. That's great. Yeah. And then we've got Tom. Tom, hello. Are you there? Tom, can you hear me? No, he doesn't have video or microphone at the moment. Okay. And I'm wondering whether it's Tom, the tennis player. But anyway, we will see how he goes. So Gladys, you haven't spoken to me yet. So I'm not sure if you also want to share why you're here. Okay. Well, what we're going to do now, we're going to start off, because there's some absolute novices, confessed novices. I'm going to start with slides. That's always the easiest way to sort of take the first steps. Then halfway through the lesson, I'll go live onto Facebook, so you will see what it looks like, and in real terms and live terms, and which, you know, sometimes the slides are easier to do, but anyway, let's have a look. Now, for those, I see there are one or two people I don't recognize from past classes. So I need to introduce myself. My name is Michael Plumstead, as you can see on the screen, and I'm from Perth, Western Australia. And the time has just gone 8 a.m. on Friday, the 30th of April. Okay, so I guess we're just a little bit ahead of you. And yeah, my background is business and researching, writing, and blogging, and I just so enjoy researching and finding out new things in any sort of area, but I guess particularly technology. I like to keep abreast of what's going on, and I like to help people with business, because that's my background, and I've always been a business mentor. And so yeah, hobbies, I enjoy gardening and growing microgreens. I do a class on microgreens and how to grow microgreens. And then I'm a guide for Get Set Up. So that's who I am. So today, it's an introduction to Facebook. And, we'll cover the basics and we'll work slowly through a process and starting from, very simple things, as you can see on the agenda on the screen right now. And so let's get started. What is Facebook? I think we've all got an idea, or we guess, but basically it's a platform to share pictures and comments and network with friends and family, and even finding old friends from school. If you're going to look for old friends from school, literally Facebook is where you need to be, and you start searching and connecting again with them if that's your desire. And also, when you move from one town to another during your lifetime, and then people that you were casually in contact with, perhaps will want to find you again and start looking on Facebook for you. And so, yeah, Facebook has an immensely large following, and it's constantly changing its algorithms. And that does make it, particularly for some of us that have been on Facebook for a long time, we've got to keep abreast of what is happening with those algorithms and why certain things are not happening that used to happen. Okay, so I'll cover some of those as we go through, and but certainly it's a place to stay in contact in 2021. So I agree with those that are just coming for the first time, that don't even have an account. Okay, it's a good idea to stay in contact. It's by far the biggest, as the biggest user of, I guess it's probably close coming now to about 3 billion, but it may not have quite got there yet, with a B, that is. So we're going to be talking about certain terms as we go through this class. So you need to be familiar with this, and your friends might use them as well. If somebody says, I'm on Facebook, then you have an account. Okay, that's it. And that means you can see some other posts, and you can post and so forth. Okay, and so on Facebook, that's what it means. A friend is something it's a person that needs, it's a two-way commitment, and you connect with people and you accept each other's requests. So you request somebody to be a friend, and I'll show you how to find those people, or they request you to be a friend and you have to accept that as well. So that's the start of a certain amount of security, okay, is that, okay? So, but a friend is a two-way commitment. If you accept a friend or request somebody to be a friend, you must know that you must put some time and effort into communicating with that person. Otherwise, you must ask yourself, well, why am I connecting? I love that English word, why. Why? So once you've answered that why for yourself, then you either ignore the request or decline the request, or you accept the request. You can also on Facebook do something which is called follow in, ing at the end. That's a one-way activity, okay? So you can follow anybody, any company, any famous person that you particularly like. And then that's just one way. You get any activity or new posts that they've made will come up on your activity page, your wall. And I'll show you that in a minute. Okay. Now, you spoke a little bit about security. One of you did. I will show you settings later in the class that are very important to use if you're worried about your settings. And I think you should be worried. I think you need to take a step. Right, so here's some terms and actions that you can take. Okay. Okay, we've got some background. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so we've got some terms that, so when you're working on Facebook, you can restrict the top of the page there. You can see they cannot see your posts. You restrict them. Okay. Remember, anything you publish as public, and I'll show you how to do that and not to do that during this class. So if you restrict them, they cannot see your posts, but you can still see everything of that person's. Okay. You're just restricting them. Okay. Then you can follow and unfollow somebody. We're talking about how to restrict access. So you can unfollow somebody, and then you don't see their posts either. Okay. But they might still be following you. Okay. Because remember, you don't need agreement for somebody just to follow what you are posting if you're posting in public posts. Okay, then you can snooze somebody for 30 days. That just means you won't see anything for 30 days. And sometimes somebody posts too much and you just get a little tired. So you want to have a snooze from their posts, and you don't want to necessarily chat to them for a short time. Okay, and so then you get to unfriend. This is now getting a little bit more serious, because now there was a two-way commitment. You both agreed to be friends. So now you unfriend them, and you don't see their posts, and they don't see your posts. Okay. Because now remember, the friendship was a two-way commitment. So you decide not to, then that's it. Okay. Then the most severe way that you can restrict and protect your security, and also your pleasant way of enjoying Facebook, you can block somebody. So yeah, it stops you being friends with them. Okay, you don't see each other's posts, and both of you lose the right to message each other. Okay, so block is a block is a block. Okay, just what it means. So you'll be using that as we move through. Now, there were at least one of you that said you didn't have a Facebook account. So if you go to Facebook.com, is there somebody? Okay, let's just have a look. Okay, so we had some background noise there, so I just wanted to check who that was. Okay, so you go to facebook.com and it says, open an account. And so it takes you through a very easy process. Once you hit the facebook.com, you want your email address, your name, and you want you to create a password, and you click create new account. Okay. And it then takes you to a sort of sign-up page where you would put in some personal details, like your first and last name, your cell phone number. And your cell phone number you can keep as totally secret, but it's good for Facebook to have it, because if you lose your password or you can't get in, it will send you via your phone number a new link to go on. Okay, and you put your age in, and whether you're male, female, or other, and then you click sign up, and you now have an account. Okay, and it is as simple as that. And it immediately takes you to a home page, and this is where you see on the top there, the dark blue house with a line underneath it. And this is where, once you made friends and you're following people, it will come up here, under that. You can then change your profile picture, or you can add a profile picture if you're new, but the same place you can go to in order to change your profile picture. And so I always say, try and use an up-to-date photograph. Don't use a picture when you were 18 years old. It doesn't serve a purpose. If somebody's searching from you that sort of used to know you last year, and then you move town or whatever. Okay, and Facebook will take you to centering your picture. You'll see there's always a circle for Facebook profile pictures, and there will be a little editing program, and so you will then move into that, and Facebook will now ask you to add a short bio about yourself. Okay, so I suggest you look at other people's bios in order to get ideas. But if you're like Sue and you want to market something, you would then put something about that. You would maybe, whatever it is, you would now, put something that's quite profound, that says that maybe you're an affiliate marketer for this particular company, or you can rather put a benefit of your product and say you market that benefit. So, but that's part of marketing, and but you put a little bio. Otherwise, you just you can leave it out. You don't have to have a bio, and maybe to start with, you put something very simple, and then I'll show you how to add a friend by going to that icon on Facebook, and then this comes up on the left down here as well, and you then. These possible friends are put there by the artificial intelligence of Facebook, and we'll do some more of that. You can then search for friends and then send requests to join them. Okay, and I'll show you how to do that. It's very simple and easy. You can follow famous people just by clicking them. They put their name in and clicking follow. Okay, so and then you find that on your home page, having done those two things of following and finding friends, there will be some sort of activity starting to happen on your Facebook walls, they sometimes call it, or Facebook activity page, and then to post. I'm going to show you live posting, so I'm going to skip that slide because you can decide all sorts of things, and so I think what I'll do right now is actually go live, and we'll show this live on Facebook. And let's just go first of all to the activity page. So you see now from the slide, we are now live on my Facebook page, and this is now sort of activities. As I scroll down, activities that people that over the many years that I've linked to, with this, my friends and my family and their friends, and quite honestly, far too many, but historically, and there was my daughter. She's just had a baby a few days ago, and that's my youngest daughter and her first child. So you get really interesting things. There's my son surfing, and so Facebook is great because you for those very reasons, you see pictures of the newborn, and you see what your family are doing, and your best friends having holidays, birthdays, and so on. So you keep on, coming down and finding things that are on your activity page. This is the page that you would actually interact with. So when you go onto Facebook, you would now, make yourself a cup of tea, relax, coffee, in North America. I keep forgetting that. I always have tea first thing in the morning, and so I think everybody does.
That's a very important difference, Michael. No tea.
Okay. Do you have coffee in the morning? Yeah. Okay. So it's you sort of browse down, drinking your hot drink. Okay. So now you come and you look at one of your friends or your family or whatever, and you stop on it, because remember, Facebook is about really for friends particularly, and for family, it's a two-way commitment. They often both friends and family put things on Facebook in order to communicate, with the people that they love and want to know that perhaps they've been on holiday and they're surfing. And so there are various things you can do when you stop on a particular posting, which is like this, okay? You can now, underneath, you can now put your cursor over like, and you've got a lot of options. You can put a thumbs up, which is just a normal like, or you can make a heart, and or any one of these other options here. Wow, sort of things, or a sad face, or an anger face, depending what. So we just click like, it turns dark blue, and if we wanted to, we can click comment, and we could create a comment underneath there, anything we want, in order to just say perhaps that you like it, you enjoying it, and so forth. And the other thing you can do is you can click on the person's name, okay? Before you click on it, holding the cursor there, it tells you just a little bit about, maybe you've forgotten who this person is, not likely in my case because it's my son, but it might just be a friend, and it tells you where they live and so forth. And you can message them now, or you can just click on their name, and by clicking on their name, you will get yourself to their profile page, and not necessarily. Sorry,
I have a question. So this message, the blue box with the message.
Yes.
Click on that, you will be sending them a message privately.
Yes, correct. Okay,
okay, so then prior to getting there, you had clicked on, I think, comment. So then that comment will go to everybody.
That comment is whoever has access to that particular posting, okay? Will see it. It won't be the public, okay? So I'll show you about postings in a minute. But there again, there comes the message up. You can click on the message, and you can immediately send them a message. The previous message comes up, and you can now click and send them a message. But I'll show you that as well later. I'm going to close that by clicking the cross at the top, okay, the X at the top. And so you see now this is a typical profile, and so your profile will look the same. It won't have the same banner at the back. You can decide on the banner for whatever reason and create your own banner. And he hasn't got a profile picture of himself. He's got himself surfing. Okay, so you can choose whatever you want. You don't have to have a banner at the back. Facebook will just put a color at the back there. Okay, and if you don't put a picture in your profile, it'll put your name or initials in there. But when you get to somebody's profile, you then, let's say they're asking you to be a friend, and I'll take you through that as well. You would page down and have a look at, on the right would be all their postings, okay? Only things that they have posted. And so you would look and you could get a feeling of what they do. You can also click on their about, that tells you about them. And you'll be doing this too, and I'll be showing you, okay? But I'm jumping the gun a little bit here because I just wanted to show you what a profile looks like. So I'm trying to go back to the home page, the wall. And from here now, I want to take you across to the my profile page because I want to show you some detail there. But if you wanted to post, okay, and that's what I'm going to show you now before I go to that profile picture. On various pages in Facebook, it will say something like, what's on your mind, Michael? Okay, and your profile picture there. All that is saying on each page is, come on, post something. So you click on that, and now you are ready to post. This is how you would post, okay? So you look for what's on your mind, or you look for a plus sign, and a plus sign will also take you to create a post. So now this is important, this posting. So please be clear in your mind what you understand from this. So immediately you want to do a post, your name will come up and a little profile picture, and underneath your name is who is going to be able to see this post. So you click this little down arrow here, and now there are plenty of options. So this is where you need to think about, why am I posting this? Who do I want to see this post? Possibly you're posting for the public because perhaps like Sue, you want the public to see the benefits for your stomach on the product that she's selling. Or you want to just restrict it to your friends, and you'll click friends and it'll immediately jump back to the post. Or you can say all my friends except this one, and this one. Okay, so you can take those out. Okay, then you can also say close friends. This is a custom list that you can create of close friends. Okay, they don't know you've classified them as close friends or not, but it's for your convenience. So you've got close friends that you want to send some posts to. The other, instead of saying friends except, here you only send it to certain friends. So you click on specific friends, all your friends come up, and you now choose the friends that you want. So let me just click on that one just to show you the specific friends. So there you have a list of friends, and you can decide which ones to send what to just by ticking it. Okay, and the names come up down below, and you can say now save changes. Okay, so now it's going to, underneath your name there, specific friends. Okay, so what you can also do is on the left-hand side of your post, you see this AA colorful little icon. You click on that, and now you can create a background to your entire post. Okay, doesn't matter which one you click on, you will get that background. So you want to just have a plain green background, you can click that. Okay, you can click on hearts, so that becomes and obviously, if you're going to specific friends, there's a specific reason, but you also don't have to have a background. You can leave it out if you want to. And then, having decided to have a background or not have a background, you can now add various things to your post. Let's just add one. We click on it, and let's say we want to add how we're feeling at the moment. Okay. So you click on how we're feeling, and all sorts of options come up with how you are feeling. And you can say perhaps excited, and look where it comes up. Michael Plumstead is feeling excited. So it sits up there next to your name. Okay, you don't have to put something there. It's just a bit of fun, and it can certainly express what you want to, you can then decide now to type something, and whatever it is. Okay, yeah, I've become a grandpa, and you saw that picture earlier, and maybe I should say again. Okay. And so yeah, so that's what you can do, and that's how you post. And now you can add icons and little emojis and things like that as well. But this is an introductory class, and I want to show you how to post. And this is how you post, and you can click on post now. You're ready to post. So you click on post. It says posting. Okay. And then it's gone. Now, it's on my wall. You see on the top there, I posted it from the wall, and now there comes an option. You see these three little dots on the right-hand side of your posting, of every posting, in fact. Okay, you click on those three little dots, and you can immediately edit the post. Oh, I made a mistake with my spelling. Okay, you can now click edit with those three little dots. Okay, and various other things as well. And you can also archive it, which you can unarchive it later, or you can now move it to the trash bin. And so I'm going to just move it to the trash bin. It asks you if you want to move it to the trash bin, and then it takes it away. It's gone. Okay. So that is how you post. Are there any questions about how to post? Because that's one of them, an important aspect.
Well, Michael, Mary has a question in the chat that
Yes,
she's asking
please.
how to create the banner on top.
Sorry, I missed that. Tell me again, James.
It is, she wants to know how to create the banner on top.
A tender.
A banner
Okay.
on page.
Okay, let me look at the chat. Okay. Click sign up. Tell me when I come. You can see my chat page there. Okay.
She's asking about the background, the banner, the background.
Oh, okay. All right. How to do it or what it is?
She's asking how to create it, the banner in back of your picture.
Okay. Thanks for elaborating that. You know, I'm just an Australian getting used to different accents as well. So, yeah, the banner in the background. Let me take you now to my particular Facebook home page, and we can have a look at that. Now, the banner is just a picture, any picture that you want to put up. Okay, you can have it on your device, and you can have it on Facebook itself, having put up a picture maybe of your family or whatever, and you can use that background. And you would do that by clicking on edit cover photo. There it is there. When you go to your profile, it won't show on anybody else's profile, because Facebook knows that you have signed in. It's your particular profile. So you click the edit photo, and I'm not going to go through that now, because there's a process. You can create photos on all sorts of editing programs and upload them to Facebook and make them your background. So, but that's what you do. Does that answer your question? I'm not sure who it was. Okay, I assume it does then. Okay, there's no reply. All right, and the same with your, sorry. Okay, thank you. Okay, all right, and now we're going to just talk about profiles for a while. I've showed you now how to post, okay, and here you can put a background in, you can put your own picture in, you can put a bio of yourself in there, and you can then go down. And I told you already that on the right-hand side of the profile are postings of that particular person. So all your postings that you made will be on the right-hand side, okay? And there's another son, he's a fisherman, okay? So they're all the posts on the right. And then there's an introduction to yourself, just an overview that you've made public. You decide how to make it public, and you can click the about, and every single aspect on your profile page, you can set settings for it. So let's say where you're working currently, you look to the right, and it's now says only my children can look at it. I click on it, and if I wanted to, I can click on friends, and now the icon there changes, and now my friends can see where. If you want to edit where you're working, then you click on the 3 buttons and click on edit workplace. Then you can change it. You know, you change jobs, or you whatever, or you're now retired and you want to say that, you would do that under about on your screen, and we on overview. Okay, and you know, you want people to search for you. There's an option to put what college you went to, and that is the icon for public. So everybody can see which college you went to, in case somebody's searching for everybody who went to that college in that year, you know. And so that's the reason I make mine public. Okay, where I live, I only allow friends, and so forth. Then you can go down to the about here, all these things down, but you can add your work and education, your background, and so forth. So you go through these one after the other. Okay, so that's the about. You can change it to put more information in, and you can restrict who sees it right here in your profile page. Then on the right of that are friends. Now, I said I'd show you how to add friends. So you click on, first of all, on friend requests. Now, what happens is if anybody has sent you a request, it will appear here on the top left-hand side. Okay, and somebody has sent you, it'll be right at the top. But now, Facebook is saying to you, I suggest you make this person a friend. Okay, and the reason underneath it is that Facebook sees there are 46 mutual friends. And if I put my cursor over them, the names come up of all 36 friends. Okay, and I think, well, I don't really know who this person is, even though all those friends of mine are. Let me click on her name, and up comes her profile. Okay, and really colorful background, like it. And so you have a look, and you think, okay, this person lives in Cape Town. Okay, she shares with friends, and you look down. Yeah, some of my serious friends are friends with her. So yeah, I think I would like to add her as a friend. So now I go to add as a friend, either here or on this side. We can go to this side and click add as a friend, and look underneath it. It says request sent. Okay. If you want to, if you've done it by mistake, on the right of that, you can say cancel request, and it's back to what it was. Okay. Okay. This is important, because now you would go down and look at what Facebook is suggesting. Look at who Facebook is suggesting as potential friends, and you can go and look at them, and you're probably, if you have not already connected with certain family members, they might well appear here, but otherwise you can search for them. Here's this little magnifying glass at the top. You can certainly search for friends. Okay.
So I have a question.
Yes,
so
sure.
The list of people you may or may not want to add. So Facebook has looked into your phone list or something, because look at, you see Sue Marie or anybody, and it says 46 mutual friends. So then your contact list is in there somewhere.
No, it's not in your contact list. No.
So how do you know the mutual friends? How does it know?
The artificial intelligence knows that the activity that you've been doing, let's say with one of those friends of your friends, okay, that one friend is now friends with this person, okay? So you can see if you go down to, let's say, Louise Clark there, okay, one of my two friends, okay, are also friends with her. So that's how Facebook knows, okay? And now this is only a list. It's a suggested list. So if you want to, I can click remove and it removes it from the list. Nothing more than from this list, okay? So you think, oh, that one too.
Activity on Facebook that actually sort of identify the mutual friends. It's not that they're in your contact list on your phone or anything.
These people are not connected with you in any way whatsoever at the moment.
Okay.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you.
Any other pleasure? Any other questions? All right. So we're under friends here on your profile page. If we click on photos, then we're going to get all the photographs that either you have uploaded or other friends or connections to you have uploaded. And here, Facebook says photos of you. Doesn't matter who uploaded them, okay? And so you see photos of you going all the way down there. And the other ones, if your photos next to that, these are photos that I have uploaded. These are, you've uploaded these photos or the images or whatever, okay? Probably from your holidays and things like that. And then you get your albums, which are very handy in Facebook. You can now put photographs into specific albums, and you create, just by clicking on that plus sign there, you can create a new album. So you can have an album for every holiday. Oh yeah, holiday. I look forward to those days again. And you can maybe have a folder for your garden and the pictures you're taking from your garden and so on. You know, or maybe an album for one of your children's weddings. You can create an album. Yeah, so they're really handy to come in. And the last thing I want to show you on the profile page is you can edit the whole profile by clicking the edit. You can edit your profile picture. You can edit your banner behind you and put in, and you can edit all the things you see on the screen. So you would hit edit and get some of the basic things that you would like to edit, okay? You can also, if you click these three little buttons here, you can also view your profile as the public see it. Remember, the public won't see all these edit things and so on. And also they'll only see what you've allowed them to see. So you click on view as, and what happens is it changes to what the public will see, okay? So you can now see, you know, that, okay? So that is the profile. I want to leave the profile now. Are there any questions about the profile? We've done a posting and we did a posting from the actual home page, the wall, and we've been onto the profile where your name appears, and your name also appears, you know, on the right hand side as well. So
how did we access the profile again?
You click on your name wherever your name happens to be, okay. And that's what you would do. You see, often your name is on the top here as well. I just reduced my screen to show you this, but it's also there, okay? Great. So wherever your name appears, you click on it and that'll take you to your profile. Okay? All right, then we're on the activity page. Sorry, do you have an, okay. Now we move to the right of the activity page. These are videos. As you can see there, it says watch. And the first video that comes up is a get set up video, okay, and not by design, okay, it just so happens. And you can click the feature on the bottom right-hand corner. Playing on the drums, and you can click on these and it'll take you to the actual, and there, that's our Western Australia Premier talking about 2 people that have the virus, and we're all locked down for those 2 people. And so you get all sorts of videos that you can watch. You can even be entertained here. Okay, they're not necessarily any connection with you, but they, because here it says, would you like to follow this man? So if you click follow, it changes to follow in. Okay, and you now can see and listen to these various people singing, and you get it'll appear in your activity page of people following, but you also have a folder that you can go to. It shows you where you're following. And so you go down and you look, do you want to follow these people? There we are. He's getting old now too. So yeah. So you can look and go down, and if you like any of these videos, you can follow them. Okay, Monty Python, historical. You're all too young to know Monty Python. Okay, so.
Oh no, I know and love Monty Python.
Yes, yeah, since a child, yeah. Okay, so anyway, those are the videos we've been watching there. If you move to the right and click on that little house, that's now the shop. People selling things and buying things, and you can too. It's the public as well as a lot of advertisers advertising their things, and so be it. Okay, you can actually.
I couldn't see what you clicked on. It's up under the banner that's across the top.
That's right. We gain across the top.
Yeah, so I can't see what you clicked on.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure why. Can other people see what I'm clicked on, or is everybody? No. Can you see who's there? Other people? Anna, Sue, Barbara?
Yes, I can see the icons at the top.
You can see the icons. Okay,
Oh.
so it's probably just your screen then, Petra.
Because mine has a zoom and mute, start video.
Okay. Tell you what, James, can you help Petra there? Just get to understand that. James will send you a link and then see if he can help you see those icons.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So continuing on the top, the next one next to the marketplace are groups. So you can now join all type. There isn't I don't think you could even try and find a group that there isn't on Facebook. Okay, and so this would be the group activity page, whatever groups you belong to, whatever their latest posts are, and you would page down and see the activity of groups you belong to. If you want to join groups, okay, you can even create your own group, okay, but you could search groups up here. And, if you're looking for quilting groups, which I did in my last class, it's still there. And yeah, a whole lot of groups that deal with quilting, okay. And you can click on any one of these, and then you go to the group and you can find out more about that particular group. Okay, so it's worthwhile just experimenting and belonging to a group when you're on Facebook, because I'm sure you have hobbies that you enjoy, but go and join that group. Okay, and don't be perturbed if it says that it's private, like that one is. It just wants you to send in a request to join. Okay, and that's all. And then they will send you a link to get into that private group. And so those are groups. If you move now to the right of groups, you now come to that square icon that's called gaming. And this shows you a mass of what is going on the gaming scene, online gaming. Okay, it's the fastest growing industry on the planet is online gaming. Okay, so you can have a look at these, you can click on them, go, and then you can come back and follow them, and then you'll get, you know, games are like a progress. You can even watch them live, and they'll tell you when they're watching them live, and yeah, so you just pull down, you can see follow. These are things you can follow. You don't need permission, you don't need consent, you're just following them. They're people you are following. Yeah, so if you're into, you know, you might find it entertaining just to watch other people on these online games. And it's a massive career for people. I mean, my son works full-time on gaming, teaching people tricks about gaming and how to get through to the next level of the games and so on. Okay, and it's a career. I mean, people. So there's a lot of activity going on here across the world. All right, so that is gaming. Now I want to move. That's where, if your name comes again to the right, is where your profile would be. And if you click on, you know, the plus sign again, you could post from here, as I said when I was showing you that as well. And so if we move still more to the right, then we've got Messenger. As you know, Messenger is a standalone messaging app, but it was made by Facebook. It was originally made just for Facebook, but now you can have it without Facebook. And so whoever is on Messenger, you can send them a message. So, you know, your family might be on Messenger, they might be on WhatsApp, they might not be on Facebook. So but you can send them a message. And then to the right of that are notifications of things that have happened with people that you are connected with and on Facebook. Okay, so you can see one of my group posted something, and it tells me about it, and it says you have 10 new posts since you last visited that Harvards over Southern Africa, which are aeroplanes, old aeroplanes. So whatever's happening, you can click on them and it will take you to that activity, which I'm not going to do now because I don't want to waste your time with my activity. But the last thing I want to show you is on the extreme right-hand side, this drop-down menu here. You can see settings, help and support, display, and log out. Okay. If you click on settings and privacy, it comes to a settings and privacy page. What I want to show you is this one, a privacy checkup. Sorry. Now, this is quite recent in Facebook, and Facebook is saying to you, take each one of these checkups for your privacy. And I strongly recommend that after this class, and if you've got a Facebook account, go there and start there and watch what it has to offer you. And you can then also go to, after that, there it is there. You can go to settings itself, and there are lots of options that are logical to you. You can just work through the left-hand side here, all the different options that you have to doing all these things. Okay, so we have an advanced class that deals with settings. Get Set Up has an advanced class, so you're welcome to look at that and join that particular class. I just want to show you here, there's news feeds preferences. So what comes onto your wall your activity page, you can manipulate. Like, you can manage your favorites. You can decide who won't appear. And so you've got that option of seeing what's going to come up and manipulating. And remember, your favorites, you're only allowed 30 favorites, 30, on Facebook, and you can choose those 30, and they will always appear on your Facebook page, your activity page. And you might want to decide here to unfollow some of the people who are coming up on your activity page all the time. Okay, so all you do, these are all coming up, they've all got ticks in them. So you click one, and now I've unfollowed them, and so they won't appear on my activity page anymore. Okay, so have a look at those things. You can reconnect with people. You can, this is where you would snooze people for a while. And so, okay, well, that brings me to the end of what I wanted to share with you. Are there any questions about?
Yes, Michael, Claudia, how do you know what your Facebook link is? You know, when people ask for your Facebook link?
Yeah. When you open your account, you've got a Facebook name, okay? And you just give them that name. It would be facebook.com/ with a name. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions?
I'm sure that this is probably not the time, but is there a group or someplace you could direct me to tell me how to delete Facebook accounts that you don't have a password to? You know, I've had some that have been set up that I didn't even know about, and I would like to figure out how to find them and delete them.
Okay, you're talking about whole accounts.
Yeah, well, yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right. It's a very good question. It's under settings. What I'll do is when I send the email out now after the class, I'll actually put the steps in. All right. What you need to do, because some of us, you know, I'm sure have second Facebook accounts that we don't want. So I'll show you that in the email I'm going to send you. All right.
Great. Thank you.
Pleasure. Any other questions? All right. Well, that brings us to the conclusion of an introduction to Facebook. And I hope for those that are novices have learned something, and those who are more experienced have also learned something. Okay. So I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you very much for being here. I've enjoyed having the interaction.
Thank you.
Enjoyed it.
Thank you.
It was great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye to all of you. Good night. And you can say good morning to me.
Oh, that's right.